What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys. Today I have reviewed the Marvel Legends Fantastic Four Dragon Man. That's right, my zone. Look, there's the Fantastic Four. There is Dragon Man, a classic Marvel character. He's got little shorts, very Kirby-esque, and very, very, very cool. I mean, he's a giant dragon dude that likes to read. He does. This is very awesome. It's a 10-inch plus figure, and it was only available on HasbroPulse.com as a limited time pre-order. So I was able to get my pre-order in because I definitely wanted to check this guy out and see if I usually like a lot of the bigger Marvel Legends stuff. But we'll see on this one. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff I like. I like dragons. I like the old school characters. I know the character. So this is definitely one I was definitely looking forward to. And here we are. We are here. Marvel Legends Dragon Man. So without any further ado, let's just get to the review. And here is a Dragon Man out of the package. And I gotta tell you, my first few days with this guy has not been too pleasant. First off, he's very, very tight in the elbows and the legs. It's taken me a lot of heat multiple times to get it sort of workable. And then, you know, when you heat stuff up a lot, it feels kind of gummy a bit. And, man, it is very, very tight still. And this is with a lot of heat, guys. There is some, like, soft ratchet joints in there, but anywho, we're doing articulation first, apparently. You do get a double joint in the knees. Right now, it's working, right? So, there's that. At the ankles, you do have a ratcheted ankle joint here that hinges. You got the rocker there. Then you got the foot articulation. Now, as much as this stuff is tight, I wish this was tighter. I really, really do. And I'll talk about that shortly. But you do get all of that. Let's see how this one works now. This one is a lot smoother now. This was the one that was giving me the worst right here. And now it's moving a lot better. So there's that. You have a hinge swivel at the wrists, which work almost too fine, but that's good. You have a swivel at the bicep. Now, when I was heating all this up, I guess this part heated up so much that I was able to pull it out. That's scary. You never want to do that unless you're a customizer. Then you got the hinge swivel at the shoulder, which works good. You do have a butterfly joint, which I like a lot. Works really nice. Then you only have the upper body joint here, which works good. It's free, it works nicely, but no waist joint. You know, no, like, other joint is a little bit I wish there was a waist joint. You've heard me talk about this with Marvel Legends before. But here there's not even, like, the normal, like, ab joint and then this. It is just the top joint. Maybe that's because it is very heavy on the back. I'm going to talk about that. But yeah, I think a waist joint would have been good. Then the head, you have a deep hinge here, which is also very tight. Ugh. Right? And then you do have this crazy, like, weird ball joint there at the top, which works decent enough. Then the jaw opens pretty wide, so that's good. On the back, we do have the smaller wings on. This is kind of like closed wings, and they do have hinges, which work nicely, and they can swivel. The tail is on also at, like, sort of a ball joint, and then you have a bendy wire, which I wish worked a little bit better. Like, I think it ends, like, it ends all the way over here, but I feel like the bendy wire could be a little bit better as far as making it bend and turn into more of a stand for this guy. Because the thing I'm talking about the most is standing. So you kind of try to get in different poses, and depending on your surface, depending on how you do it, for me at least, it's been very difficult for this guy. Here he's like, the tail is holding him against the back here. And that's a bit of a bummer. You know, like, without the tail, this guy has a very hard time standing. This surface a little bit better than where I got him out on, which was a very, like, smooth table. But yeah, I mean, you do need that tail, but like I said, it leans back. The wings are very, very heavy. The tail itself is heavy. So I'm surprised look at this, he's leaning forward. So I don't know. The head pulls off very easy now. There's things about it that are just like making me go, this thing is annoying me a little bit too much. Like you don't want that to do so in what is a pretty expensive figure, especially for Marvel Legends. Despite it being like a 10-inch plus tall figure, you know, you don't want that happening. So let's look at Dragon Man, shall we? And if you don't really know Dragon Man, he's again a Fantastic Four villain at first, but later he becomes part of like the Fantastic Four, what's it called, Future Foundation, where he becomes like a smart thing. Now, Dragon Man isn't really a dragon per se, or a man. He looks more like a gargoyle, but in essence, he is actually like a android inside, but he's also powered by some supernatural things. I don't remember the full thing. It's a long and convoluted history, and he's been brought back to life a million times over. But this is an android. It's more than anything, and he's like 16 foot tall or something, like in the Marvel universe. So it's a big monster either way with shorts, because everything had little shorts back in the 60s. It's good shorts. It's got some good folds and wrinkles. I thought this was gonna be a more like plasticky piece, but it's not. But yeah, it looks good. Did I go over this in the articulation? I don't think I did. Yeah, look, he goes that and that. So yeah, not a full split. As I was doing this, I was like, wait a second, I think I forgot to go over that before. But anywho, yeah. As you can see, there's a big old hole in his shorts where the tail comes out of. This is the tail. It matches pretty well color-wise. You know, sometimes these, like bendy wire tails, they're made of different material, like rubber on top. Doesn't always match up quite well, but I think it does pretty good. You do have all the holes. You're gonna always have holes if you have bendy wires. That's just part of how it works. It needs to breathe in there. And, yeah. So, it's okay. It's fine. This set of wings is pretty good. A little bit of, like shadowing up here, a little dark wash, but not a ton on this, but like there's some. You can see it right here. Sculpt overall, I think it's pretty good. It's got some holes in it, which works. A little battle damage, some veins and stuff. It looks pretty good. This is on the inside. Again, a little bit of that, dark wash up here. And then these little points are in like a gray, which works nice. So it's pretty good. The legs are pretty nice, very muscular on the inside, the man side basically, and the scaling for the dragon side. That's not really how it works, but like that's how I think of it. Looks pretty good. You got like really nice metallic going down the sides, which looks really, really good. That like more purple metallic. The feet look pretty decent. Again, the toes are the same color as the tips of the wings. That gray. Bottom feet, nothing going on there, but looks pretty good. Some nice little wrinklage down here. Good sculpt, good sculpt throughout. I do like it. The waist here looks pretty good. Well, some abs. Not like a ton, but like it works. And you got like the paint going up the sides here, kind of that like more metallic-y looking paint on the scaling, you know, like up here and then over here. The arms look pretty good too. Not bad. Muscles, and all of that. You know, zoom in, looks pretty good. I like these little flaps. Hands. You know, these kind of grippy hands, very Hulk-like hands. Look pretty nice. You got the scaling on the back here and the paint. More metallic, darker purple paint. These are kind of like, well, like little wing things on the arms, you know? It's pretty nice. I do like it. The head sculpt is very nice as well, as you can see here. You know what? It's actually going to be easier if I just do this. It's pretty good. Like, the mouth looks real nice. You got the top row of teeth. You got the bottom row of teeth. They look pretty good. Kind of that same color like in the Jurassic lines. The tongue looks pretty good. Oh, is the tongue articulated? The tongue is articulated. That's awesome. I didn't realize that before. Ah, look at that. Little things make things better. I like it. That's very nice. And then you got the bottom there. Little beak looks pretty good. Some nice black wash on his face. The eyes look pretty good too. Got red in the eyes, and then the more dragony, snake-like eyes in the middle. Pupils look good. The ears, big bulbous head. My son says he's got a lot of brains. Maybe he does. Later he does. He becomes more of a smart dragon man. And when he becomes like a good guy. I like his eyebrows. So yeah, this is a pretty good head sculpt, honestly. The tongue makes it all the more better. Ugh. But yeah, the standing thing is still a little problem. Thankfully, we are using the tail to lean back on my backboard here. But you know, overall the look is really good. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It looks awesome. Like it's a good looking piece. My whole issue is, you know, in the standing of it. It just hurts the enjoyment. And again, you know, I had a lot of tightness, but you know, you could get over that. The standing thing is a little bit of a harder thing to make function properly, you know what I'm saying? But no doubt, looks-wise, this thing is very, very nice. Like we looked at, I didn't really look at the back too much, but looks good, you know, and that's the side. But man, yeah, I mean, looks good, but then there's that. So for accessories for Dragon Man, first up we have some fist hands, which look pretty good, and as you saw, hands come out pretty easy. I don't know if these hands are gonna pop in very easy, but they do. Nice fists. You could pop in. Probably too easy, but still, he's got fists now, and you can make him fight. We also get this awesome little book. This is a Future Foundation book. There you go, Future Foundation. Look at it. Look how nice this is. This is like the nicest sculpted like book that I've seen as a toy accessory. Very, very nice. And then like the interior pages are sculpted as well. I mean, that's the only page you get, but like still, how cool is that? It's all gibberish, but whatever. You got some graphs in there. Looks pretty good, you know, and he can hold it in his hand, should you wish. And then to go along with that smarty pants look, we get some glasses, which may or may not be easy to put in. We'll find out together right now. Huh. Oh, well, you know. There is a little lip there that I'm seeing that I guess you want to get it onto that. Yeah, you could probably pop it in right in here. Maybe a little bit of a push. I feel like it's gonna stay. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Let's get a better look here. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is definitely pretty good. Glasses look decent, you know, as long as you get it in that groove, it's gonna stay. He's got his book, and he's ready to contribute to the Future Foundation. So yeah, if you like this look more, then this does look pretty good. Last but certainly not least, we have the big open wings, and this is the set of wings that I was having even more problems with than the closed wings, as you can imagine, because they're big. They look great. They look really, really nice. I love the sinewy bits and how they look. You know, they just did it on the inside, but it looks awesome. It's weird that you don't see them on here, that they didn't paint them. But I guess, you know, maybe that's going off a look too, but I don't know. I do like the big open wings better, but, you know, I had these on to start. Just because it was giving me less trouble with standing than these. They pop in pretty easy, which is a good thing. I was scared that they wouldn't, but overall they pop in easy. They got the same articulation, you know, so, and we'll see. We'll see. I haven't used this since I first opened this, but yeah, he's gonna have a problem, like even more so than without. Again, if now he's still leaning back on the wing on my backboard. Let's move it forward. Yeah, see, if I move it forward where he's not leaning on anything, it's gonna be tough, guys. You know, this guy is definitely gonna benefit if you have like some sort of stand that you can help him out with, or if you can finagle the tail a little better than I am. Like, yeah, if you do that, I guess you could do it. Like, turn the tail in a way where it's going to be used as a stand. It's just not a great look, you know? Like, can you see it from the front? No, so you could probably use it. I'll give it that. I don't like it, though, but I'll give it that. And I feel like my joints are tightening up again, which is bananas. Ugh. Yeah, you see that? That's nuts. So, I don't know. Things I like a lot, things I don't like a lot. I mean, you know, and I've explained them all at this point. And for your size comparisons, first up, here are two other Marvel Legends that I recently reviewed, including the Gamerverse of Venom and the Gamerverse Peter Parker black suit, which again, I've said, I feel like I had to get them both to, you know, to go together. But yeah, I mean, Venom is the same size as a Dragon Man, and a little cheaper. But he also has the same kind of sort of standing issues. Like, these big Marvel Legends figures, I feel like they need to do something different with them. Bigger feet. Let's go with bigger feet, guys. How about that? And here's Dragon Man with some other 1/12 scale figures you might have in your collection. No, I don't have any Fantastic Four figures. Recently, maybe I do in some boxes somewhere, probably. But right now, I don't. And for those that would like to see this Dragon Man versus maybe some kaiju, here it is with a couple of Godzilla figures from Super 7 and McFarlane. And one more for the road, why not? Because I felt like this was a good, like, Power Rangers, like, kaiju, you know, monster of the week type. Here it is with, I felt like the best one I could size it with, and this was the Hasbro basic Megazord. You know, not a basic, it's combinable too, but the smaller one. And, you know, with all the, you know, extra stickers, it looks pretty good. So I think these will work well together. And my final thoughts, well, like I've been saying, it's a big bag for me personally. Looks-wise, it looks awesome. I think it's a really, really nice looking Dragon Man. Very, very cool. It looks the part, right? The articulation, for the most part, is pretty good. I wish it had waist articulation, but the tongue was a nice little surprise. That looks really good, and for the most part, it articulates well. I do have a lot of tightness in my knees and my elbows. Even with heat, it's been a bother. And of course, that contributes, I think, to this figure standing properly. Not just the wings and tail being heavy and backloading this guy a lot, but it just makes it a real bear to have to pose and stand around. You know, like, again, you could finagle the tail, so it's like acting like a stand, and it works in some poses, but in some others it doesn't. I don't like the bendy wire as much on this one. I think it's just the positioning of the tail in general. Like, it starts too high. You know, like, I wish it was, like, cut a little lower so you could get it to articulate better, and help you in a way that it doesn't look forced. So yeah, I think there's things about this, the things about this that are annoying me more, you know, than the stuff that I like, in a way that's like making this just not fun. And that's a shame, because it looks really, really fantastic. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel overall quite yet. Like, I think this is one of those that I'm gonna have to play around with a little bit more. But right now, those are my feelings. I don't know if any of the standing issues are gonna change, honestly. So there's that. So there's part of me that was like, you know what? It was cool to get it. It was cool to check out. I really, like, it was a no-brainer when Hasbro put it up. I was just like, I have to get it. Like, but I don't know if it's a keeper for me personally overall. Like, I might toss it up on eBay at some point. I don't know. I'm just not like totally enjoying it, and for the price, I feel like I should. You know what I'm saying? So there you go, guys. That is my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Until next time, peace out, peeps.